Hi guys, welcome to the first episode. I'm dedicating this episode to my Henry sir. He was doing the global communication while I was doing PGDCR. So he was so innovative. His style was really good and helping all of us. So in 2008, this happened in 2008, and he asked for us to do an instant presentation. So it's like to build the confidence for presenting in front of a crowd, or you know. So he asked us to do that, so we had the freedom to do whatever we feel at that moment. So I picked up something, and I did that, and he was so happy, and he was intrigued um, to get that concept. So after a presentation, he asked me to write down what I said, because he said it's so amazing. He was feeling so excited, but but I don't know, I didn't do that. I didn't encourage his request, and I didn't write down and give it to him. But so this time, today, I am picking up that that idea, and I'm going to explain. I'm again repeating that from where I left it. So we have seen the video. I like to move it. So we all are always moving. It's everything in this universe. It's moving. Nothing is stick to one place or one position. We see, we feel it's sticking, it's stick to one place, but it's moving. So motion, moving. So we can start from Newton's laws of motion. So Newton was sitting under the tree, and the apple fall on his head, and that's how he came up with the laws. That's the story. That's a history. So actually, we will go through that journey, the motion, why we have to move, why we should not stick to one place for long. Why? So what is the significance of that? So I will start with the laws of motion is the first thing we learn while we study science. It's the first thing we learn, laws of motion. So when the apple fall on his head, Newton thought, why it fall on my head, why it falls, why it falls. So what is that? So he started thinking, he started questioning, what is that? So he started his studies, and he started his research, and then he came up, he said that there is some force, some pull, which is pulling things to the center of the earth. So when apple falls, or anything falls, when the apple falls on his head, the strength or the intensity of fall, that strength he defined as force. And he coined this formula, F force equals mg, mass into that pull, gravitational pull. So he came up with this formula, force. How fast or how much strength it is coming depends on the mass of the object and the gravitational pull. So F equals mg. Then he generalized this equation to force. In any practical application, force equals mass into acceleration. Acceleration means speed by time, the speed of the object. So force is mass of the object into speed of the object. So after Newton, Einstein came and he started thinking about, oh, okay, F equals ma, mg, it is applicable. So what is the mass? Actually, what is the mass? So he said, mass, each system or each object, it is energy. E equals mc square. That means c is the speed of light, so that's the fastest we can imagine. So at that point, so when the object speed becomes similar to the speed of the light, then the mass becomes energy. There is no constant defined or differentiating mass, won't be there, it will be energy. We can conceive it as energy. So E equals mc square. Then the scientists started researching what is the center of this mass, what is mass. Then they started digging, and the Bohr theory, they found atom, and then again they digged again into that, and then they found out it's protons, electrons and neutrons, and different theories came. Then finally Heisenberg came with his uncertainty principle, and he says we can't locate the electron. We can't locate the electron. It is moving, it is moving. It is not constant, it's moving, always moving. So we can just predict the probability that it can be here or it can be there. So what exactly So I'm coming to my point. The momentum. After the quantum physics came and the momentum it's explained, and still Heisenberg's uncertainty principle is never disproved. And they said it's the other theories give more clarification to his theory. So my point is, we are born to move. Actually, we should be moving. So this is applicable in psychologically as well, in mental health as well. So how it is applicable to mental health, we'll come to that. So when we stick to something, when we are stuck, we are created in, like, we should be in motion. Okay, when we are stuck, we are stick to something, we are not moving, then that stuck Why we are stuck? Because there is something happened and we are confused and we don't know where to go, or we don't know what to do. So if we don't find a solution for that, if we don't give clarity to the situation, immediately this thing, the brain, the brain is not under your control. This works based on its experiences. So these experiences came from 3 aspects. Okay, one is from the evolution, second from which part of the area we are born, based on the local things and what we are expecting, so where we are, and the third one, the genetics. So this works based on the impressions, and this is highly sensitive to threats. So when the situation goes beyond our control, this comes to action. This will not ask you. This will never ask you, okay, what we are going to do, what I should do. No. It will go and take the decision. And it has a system of working. So that's where we are a failure. We all are always a failure, because we should understand the function of this. If we practice something regularly on 21 days, then the brain will conceive and it will adapt to that change. So whenever we are stuck, we are in a problem, we are in a difficult situation, we have to clarify, we have to find a solution immediately, as soon as possible. Don't keep it in your brain and don't get piled up, and it's not good for us. He's so naughty. He won't listen to you. He will never listen to you. His aim is to protect you here. So I would like to conclude by this. Never ever get stuck with your problems. Immediately you have to sit down and clarify what is happening here, what is wrong, what is right. How you can come back to yourself, how you can come back to your happiness. If you practice this, then you don't need to worry about anything, your mental health. You always will be happy, because you are not absorbing, you are not conditioning based on your experiences. Okay, how you were born, when you're a child, you are always happy. How can you think about it? When you are happy, your childhood is the happiest life, happiest time in our life. It's the most innocent, and so why we can't restore it now? The reason is this: because we are confused, and the confusion we can't resolve it, and it goes for a long time, and it goes beyond this time, beyond 21 days. It makes changes here based on the situation you went through. So gradually these experiences makes you a new you. So we can in fact restore that childhood, that innocence, that happiness, if you can work on this and find the solutions immediately and find your happiness, find yourself. So this I'm stopping here. Hope Everyone stay safe uh, and happy, and happy Mother's Day. Thank you.